Hi everyone, it's Mike here. So today I need to make a little thank you card, just a standard A6 European size A2 small thank you card to pop in tonight's post. So I thought I would utilise one of my new Rainy Day Fairy images, create a little card so I can just pop it in the post on the way out tonight. So this was the original Rainy Day Fairy that I created in 2015, 2016. Ages ago from a vintage photo that I have, and I cut the little girl out, recoloured her, retinted her, added some wings, and then when I started my Etsy shop I uploaded it to that, and then when I closed my Etsy store I forgot to move it over, so I never put it onto my new website, and when I went looking for it recently I couldn't find it anywhere, couldn't find any of the original files apart from that one image. So what I thought I'd do, and the original one of course, so what I thought I would do is I would recreate it this time with some different wings and in different colourways. So I did purple with some more different dragonfly wings, I did an orange butterfly version, and then I did another green version, this time using sycamore seeds as the wings, and I just tinted the edges on that. And I also did them in 3 different sizes. The original Digiset only had the one size. This has now got 3 on. So we've got, this is approximately, I think they're all slightly different, but they're all the same height. I said if I can find my ruler. Oh, it seems to go walkabout. There's another one there. Okay. So you're looking at about just over 6 inches by about 5 inches, and then this one's about 4 inches, and this little one will fit on an ATC, a circular ATC, one of those ATC coins, so it will fit inside one of those if you're into doing your ATC coins. There's also a selection of quotes and phrases about rain and that kind of stuff, so there's different ones on each of the different sheets. Now I've already gone ahead and cut 2 of them out because I just couldn't decide which one to use. So I've cut out the sycamore wing one and the butterfly wing one. There's her, and there's the other one that I've cut out, but I'm going to use her. So let's put these to one side and then I can get cracking on doing the actual card base. It's not going to be a really complicated card. It's just going to be one that I do using a little piece of watercolour cardstock. This is a black card base, so I've just cut the watercolour cardstock down just so it fits within that card, with a little bit of a nice black border all the way around. So I just need to build up a little bit of a background here, and I want to use blues to have that kind of backdrop, so I'm pulling out my distress crayons. So I've got Mermaid Lagoon, so I'm going to just lightly rub the Mermaid Lagoon, and then I've got Peacock Feathers, and again just lightly rubbing it, I'm not going really hard, and also I've got Antique Linen. So I'm going to add a little bit of that beigey colour in there. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to just rub with my finger just to smooth down some of that pigment. Now bearing in mind this is watercolour cardstock, so there is some texture to it. I'm also now going to just grab a little spritzer bottle. I did have some with water in. There we go. And then I'm just going to rub gently to get a kind of smudged watercolour-y kind of effect. And again, because it's textured, that colour will pull into the texture. And I just get a nice kind of mottled kind of effect. And now just add a little bit more. Just rub it gently. Just manipulate it with my fingers. Because my fingers and the cardstock is a little bit wet, just makes blending the colour a little bit easier. More. And I can build up some areas of deep colour and leave others slightly lighter. And then I'm going to grab that Mermaid Lagoon again. Add a little bit more in there, a little bit more there, and just a little bit more there. Now as the card starts to dry out, that's going to become a little bit more permanent. So I've got now a little fairy image. That looks like a nice kind of sky background. Now if I think it's too dark, I can always grab a wet wipe and just give it a little bit of a rub just to take some of that colour off. But I could also use a stencil if I wanted to, just to do a little bit of ghosting and take it off from the top, which is what I think I'm going to do. So a little bit of a wet wipe, and then I can just rub it over. Now that's actually transferred some of the colour from what I had on the stencil already, but that's fine. It just adds a little bit more interest in the background. As opposed to removing it, it's added a bit. These things happen. So now we've got that, which is perfect. So what I want to do is I also want to sit her on something. So I want her to sit on a branch. So I have this. Now this is from the Tim Holtz Garden Greens, I think it is. Let's see, yes, Sizzix Alterations, I can just make out. So this is the branch, and I've just removed a couple of the branches on there, just so she's got something to sit on, or something to stand on. So, but I also want to do this so that it's a little bit distressed. So I've got my emery board. So I'm just going to sand those branches a little bit, just so some of that craft cardstock is showing through, and that kind of gives us a little bit of a variation on the colour. Rather than the leaves. And it saves having to go over everything with distress ink and that kind of stuff. Okay, so that's still a bit damp, so I'm going to give that a quick blast with my heat gun. Try not to get it to curl. That should do it. Move those out of the way for the time being. grab some glue, and then I can just add a little bit of glue onto the branch and on each of those leaves, just so it holds in place. Don't have to go too mad with it, and then I can position it just so it's about, just twist it a little bit. That should do. That should do me. That'll hold. And then I can take my little fairy, add a little bit of glue on the back. Now you can use a collage glue stick on this, whichever way you want to do, whichever you're comfortable with. Okay. I've just printed her on standard printer paper. I haven't used anything thicker than that. Then I'm going to stand her on the branch. I trashed her umbrella then. Okay, so we're nearly there. Now obviously I can't just leave it looking like that. I do want to create a little bit of dimension on there. So let me just pop that to one side. I'm going to bring out these little beauts. Right. Now, I've got this piece of ephemera from my collection. I've also got this little flower punch from Stampin' Up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch out from the middle of that flower. And I'm going to do the same thing on that one. And I'm going to do the same thing on that one. And then using an old book, probably got an old dictionary somewhere. Yeah, there's one. I'm just going to open the pages up, and I've got a ball tool, and I'm just going to run the ball tool around the inside. Now obviously if you've got one of those foam pricking mats you could use that, but mine's downstairs because I've been using it for something else. I'm just going to turn that over and then just hit the middle again. Just create a nice little, you can actually do it in the palm of your hand if you wanted to. Works just as well. There we go. Pricking mat, an old book, or the palm of your hand. Just as easy. In fact, actually the palm of my hand's working a lot easier than the book. Softer. Lack of housework probably. There we go. Let's put that away. He says. Right, and then you can just manipulate those leaves if you want to, just to make them a little bit more 3D. And then I'm going to grab glue. I don't want to make it too three-dimensional because obviously it's going in an envelope, but I just want to pull those edges up. Oh, a lot of ladies have said to me, no, I don't do mixed media, I like to make cards. You know, the two aren't mutually exclusive. You can do cards, you know, that do have a mixed media flair to them. There we go. And now I just want to put something in the centre of those flowers. So let's see what we've got. Pearls and gem wise. Don't want to add green in there. Got some little gold. I've not got many colours left really. Let's just add some white. Creamy pearls to the centre because I've got loads of those. So just take one of these. Drop that in the middle. There we go. What to do with the lid? Oh, there it is. Put those away. And I think I'm almost pretty much done. So if I want to stick that onto my card front now, I'd have to use double-sided tape. Let's see what we've got. Double-sided tapes. Not my favourite. See, what I should have done is probably waited. Until those flowers were completely dry. But like I said, I need this card in a bit of a hurry. I need to get to the post office before it shuts. Obviously could use glue, but I don't know how long it's going to take for it to dry. Using a lot of glue to stick this down would take a little while to dry, whereas just a few spots on the flowers won't take that long. And then just to be safe rather than sorry, just stick that piece down the middle. Okay. Come on. Okay, so that was the last piece. The flowers are holding, so the glue's obviously grabbed. And then I can take my card front. Just see if I've got a pair of scissors, because I don't think that's quite 100% straight. And of course I've buried my scissors under loads of paper. What have I done with them? Annoying. I'll have to use my rule. There's just a nick on that corner. There we go. That's better. See the breeze blowing everything. Let me just try and get that so it's straight, or as straight as I possibly can get it. There we go. One quick little thank you card. With not a lot. So a little bit of stenciling, a little bit of distress crayon, a little die cut, a little collage item, a little punch and a few pearls, and you've got a cute little card just to pop in the post to send to someone. Well, I think it's cute anyway. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, without whose generosity and support these videos would not be possible. Thank you.